Hey everyone, it's Tyler from Zephyr Epic here, and today we're taking our look at the brand new Chicago Blackhawks Centennial Hobby Box, well, Hobby Tin. It's a 9 card per pack, 15 pack per tin product. It features all Chicago Blackhawks players over their 100 years of being a franchise. It'll be very similar to the Bruins set that came out last year, and then there will also be, I believe, Detroit and New York this year. So yeah, these sets are all going to be fairly similar in terms of their vibes. It's just if you have, if it's your team's 100th Centennial set, it should be a pretty fun rip for you because on average you get, I think, 2 autographs and then 1 other memorabilia card per box. I did not really cut through the cello there. But yeah, it's definitely a team collector product, and we had good luck out of the Bruins one with that triple autograph that we got. So maybe we can keep it up here, but yeah, it's packaged in a tin. This is definitely a product, again, if you're a fan of the team, I'd say, you probably might want to pick up a tin for yourself because they're pretty cool from a collecting standpoint. But then after that, you might get some singles and stuff. Oh man, they make this really hard to get open. There we go. But yeah, I like this. I like the concept of the sets. I think they could probably do with a little bit shorter print runs. And again, the other confusing part about these is that you do have both the retail box set, which is just the base numbered 1 through 100, and then you have the hobby tin, which actually has the autographs, the patch autographs, and stuff like that. So yeah, on average, you get 3 autographed memorabilia or autographed memorabilia cards per set. 1 base set Windy City and High Decibels parallel number to 125 or less. 10 base set yellow parallels. 2 memorable moments first rounders, stoppers, and capturing a champion gold parallel cards. 15 memorable moments first rounders, stoppers, and capturing a champion insert cards. So again, the base set will be very similar to the retail box set. It's kind of, you got the logo in the background, the players on here, and just kind of goes through it. So you kind of get a little bit of hockey history for your franchise, and it's always cool to kind of recognize the players that have kind of stood out for the franchise over their first 100 years. So here's a record holders of Stan Mikita and a captains of Stan Mikita, and very typical insert looking cards. A award winners of Patrick Kane. I think these are okay. So this is the one that is the to 125. I didn't see if the captains were. I don't think they are. Yeah, these are just part of the base set. So, but the award winners orange of Patrick Kane is number to 125 on that guy. So there we go. And as a Canucks fan, definitely very conflicted about the past 2 Centennial sets because it's been the Bruins and Chicago, which is when the Canucks were actually good, not like now. Andrew Ladd, a local boy, on the capturing a champion. He actually grew up down the street from me, so always cool to kind of see that. Yeah, when you get absolutely destroyed by a franchise over a few years, you kind of not want to open up their stuff, but yeah, pretty consistent. There's another Patrick Kane on the award winners. That one's not numbered, so the orange is just the number in there. Doug Wilson on the Hall of Famers. These look pretty nice. It's again a paper set. Here's a yellow parallel of Eric Daze and a franchise first ever game on the memorable moments. So that's one of the insert sets. And again, you can just kind of go through, see the hockey history. I know some people, what they did with the Bruins set was they got autographs of their favorite players. And that's honestly one of the fun things about these sets is that you can get autographs of players who don't necessarily get a ton in your favorite team's colors and stuff. So it can be a really cool set from that. Magnuson, Duncan Keith. Those are base, right? Yeah. And the Hall of Famers yellow of Jeremy Roenick. And then memorable moments, Connor Bedard on the draft. So it definitely has a paper OPG feel to it. There's Brian Bickle, Jason Dickinson, Dwayne Suter, or Sutter, sorry, not Suter. But yeah, has that paper OPG feel to it. So if you're wondering texture-wise, actually paper OPG comes out next week, so we'll have a video on that. Korchinski, Dustin Byfuglien, man, that's a young pitcher of Byfuglien. Dominic Hasek, Mikita on the team record holders. I feel did we already get that one? That's a different one. Okay, cool. I should, read that. Here's one of our first golds, the first rounders of Doug Wilson. So again, these were 2 per box. Memorable moments of DeBrincat. And just a couple more base cards at the back. So fairly typical Centennial release. Again, if you're a fan of the team, you'll probably try and like collect the set or collect your favorite players from the set. There's a Hall of Famers, record holders, yellow of Foligno, capturing a champion of Marian Hossa. One of the players that I liked the most from those Chicago teams was Hossa. Always very good. Always liked his game. I don't know. There's just something about like the way he played hockey that was always kind of fun. Also, is kind of sad when he kept, losing in the cup finals until he won. But Jocelyn Thibault, Philip Kurashev there. Sutter on the captains. Steve Larmer, yellow of record holders at Bobby Hall. And speaking of Hossa, scores 500th NHL goal. So, yeah, it's just like a time capsule, essentially, of the team in a hockey card format. Like, man, I just saw the Johnny Oduya base. Kind of has how long they've played for the franchise. I think we have our first memorabilia card here. Cristobal Huet. Retired numbers of Bobby Hall, Tony Esposito. Madhouse materials of Nick Foligno. So it's kind of got like a little peeling on there. Cool looking theme. Not numbered, but one of our autographs there. Or not autographs, sorry, memorabilia cards. Marty Turco on the stoppers. Christopher Stieg, that's another name that I haven't heard in a while. So, yeah, these sets are always a little bit interesting from a history standpoint. Darren Pang, there's Panger, and Andrew Ladigan, Kruger, Crawford, Hall, Glenn Hall. Is that going to be, that's award winners. And then Cristobal Huet on the puck stoppers, Lucas Reichel. That's never really panned out there or in Vancouver, but I mean that's also what happens when you try and force a winger to play center. So Dave Bolin, Roenick, retired numbers of Denis Savard, record totals there. Stan Mikita, Eddie Olczyk on the first rounders autograph. Those are cool looking. Like that's what it's kind of fun about these sets is that you get these kind of fun looking inserts and autographs that are pretty cool. Too bad it wasn't the guy behind. I mean, we'll take Eddie Olczyk, but getting a Bedard one would always honestly be pretty sick. But we'll take an Eddie O. Nothing wrong with that. And pretty fun set to do. Haven't looked into short printing too much as the Bedard again on the first rounders. And then so we should have one autograph left, and then one numbered card. Or no, we got the one numbered card numbered to 125 or less, I think. So. There's a Stan Mikita, Denis Savard, yellow of Bobby Hall, and Kruger on the capturing a champion. So, pretty straightforward here. It's don't really know what else to say once you kind of see a few packs. It's a smaller set, it's a more niche set, so you're gonna see a lot of the similar cards over and over again, just with like different players. And Steve Larmer is our other autograph. So. Again, like two on-card autographs and a memorabilia card per box. Given the price point of this, honestly, isn't that bad, especially compared to everything else. Especially if you're a Chicago Blackhawks collector, if you're a Blackhawks collector, I'd highly recommend getting this set. Even just one tin, because you get the fun collectible tin. Lots of cards that you kind of can go through. I know I'm going through it pretty quickly, but you can go through a little bit slower and kind of relive the franchise history. So, yeah. Nothing really major there. I think for the most part, it's going to be just parallels and stuff to end things off. I think we have one gold left, and then that's really about it. So that is Savard, Hall, Glenn Hall, and Letty on the capturing the champion. 2 packs to go here. Don't really know what else to add at this point. It's the same thing as the Bruins one. After you see about half of a box, you kind of know what to expect from every single pack. Here's our other gold of Glenn Hall on the memorable moments. Crawford on the memorable moments. So, yeah, this is a Chicago Blackhawks Centennial set. Pretty straightforward, pretty fun little rip. Again, especially if you're Scott Darlin, remember him. Especially if you're a Blackhawks fan. So, that is kind of where I stand on it, and that's just a yellow one. So there we go. That is all we wrote on that. So again, you get a nice pile of base cards. You can complete the set. I believe these actually will be the same. They'll be the same as the box set for the base cards. So if you got the box set already, you're probably not worried about those. You get a nice big stack of inserts and stuff. I guess these are technically also part of the base set. Oh no, some of them aren't, like the capturing of champions and stuff. You get some parallels. You get, your one numbered card. You get your material card typically. Typically it's one. This was a Foligno Madhouse Materials. And you get your two on-card autographs typically. So you can get patch autos, but pretty happy overall with this. Yeah. Let me know what your thoughts are on the product in general and what you think of the Centennial sets. I think if they were to, just shrink them maybe a little bit in print run and make them like more, I don't know what else to say. Like, that's kind of just where I'm at on it, because it's like, it's one of those products that I get they did it with the Leafs and Habs, but their collecting fan base was a lot bigger. And same thing with the Bruins. Like, they did it there, but there's a lot of it made compared to the amount of people that were interested in it. So I think if they like slowly tone back the print runs of it as we get more and more Centennial teams coming out, because again, we're going to be like, this is just the fourth time that the sets come out, but it seems like they're going to do them for every team. So that's really all I have for input on the product. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you're interested in picking up a box, I'll leave a link in the comment section below or description. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for OPG.